for years trying to hide from my trauma. I never got away and now I'm accustomed to drama. Diving to the bottom of a bottle, searching for love. Never found it there, but found a way to replace it with drugs.
Now I've been too deep and I can't swim, and I swear these demons are not my friends. They're drowning me in my sins. So tell me where this ends, and where do you begin? 'Cause Lord, I'm lost again. So take me as I am. All my life I've been battling with my demons day and night, and I can't deny my soul is tired. So fill me with your fire till I feel it burning bright, and all of the darkness turns to light.
I've been fishing, searching for something different, trying to find my way, but notice something's been missing. I've been lacking the drive, I've been lacking ambition. So Lord, if you're the key, then go ahead and turn the ignition.
'Cause I'm in too deep and I can't swim, and I swear these demons are not my friends. They're drowning me in my sins. So tell me where this ends, and where do you begin? 'Cause Lord, I'm lost again. So take me by my hand. All my life I've been battling with my demons day and night, and I can't deny my soul is tired. So fill me with your fire till I feel it burning bright, and all of the darkness turns to light.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue pistol shit, satisfies. Leather jacket, zipped up tight, and big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron flames, bright and night city, where your appetite waits you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city.
Well, that was weird. Well, that was weird. It's like a auto game, almost like Ray Shadow Legends. Kind of fun. Well, I don't know if it's fun or not. This is the first time me playing it, so. And I think I'm going to play a night. It seems like it's going to be, well, I could do this. It's a Ranger. Mage. Then a chick that throws cards at you. It's actually kind of cool. Then we got a warrior. And Dragon Rider. And then 2 more classes coming, so. But I think I'm gonna go with this. And let's pick a Holy Knight. Okay. At the hair. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's now this is supposed to be all auto, so I really don't have to click on much, but I've watched videos, so let's see how this goes. You can skip through. Yeah, I'm not touching anything. Well. Alright. Now, I've been watching Nonsense. She's been really cool and good about certain things, and we're going to be kind of discussing this stuff as we're watching this. Hopefully you're able to hear it.
In my opinion, for Sebastian's team. Now, this is a grill cover, so I don't have a grill. I know a lot of my friends grill. I don't grill really. I don't grill, I eat, right? That's the thing. They grill, I come over and eat. But this
I
is
don't like
grill.
this.
Now, I don't know the RV world either.
Silver on the scene.
The first thought is this blew off of an RV.
Whatever.
And over time,
this guy
stuff got on.
makes a lot of...
A grill cover. And somehow he's attempting to link into an RV. Holy shit.
I don't know if you carry that big
RV
or grill with you when you go camping. So it was very suspect. We pulled it up. We dug it to the ground. We did some metal detector. Nothing showed that there was anything there but the bag. I actually have photos of the name of the bag. So what I would say at this point is I don't see that this did have anything to do with Sebastian.
This is almost as enlightening as Spanky taking 2 different angles and 2 different light contrast photos of the same RV and trying to tell people that they were different RVs. This is about that level of bullshit. Spanky did that. He took 2 different angled photos of the same RV and tried to convince his subs that it was a different RV. One angle, the covers looked square, and one, they look rounded because the angle and the saturation of the photos was different. I mean, shocking.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch the video. This is where we come together as a community. Okay? If you look at this video and you see the name on that bag, and let's just say you are a neighbor or you have been over to the Proudfoots at some point in time, and you know they had a grill cover like this that they don't have anymore, or maybe there's a grill out there that's not covered. Allegedly, could that belong to
What is he trying to
I expect you all
insinuate?
Now we don't even just have a belt bandit on the loose. Now we have a grill cover snatcher. If your neighbors are missing a grill cover, it needs to be reported to your nearest neighbor. Nobody else. We've got a grill cover snatcher, a belt bandit, a mysterious white car that could be anything, but it's probably like a 1970s station wagon with plates that they called in that they couldn't even get a view of the plates. But yeah, okay, all right, we're doing a lot here. Solved it. Everybody go home.
Right.
That's the part I don't know, but
better
there was
than
no signs of someone
LE.
being buried here past just finding this bag. So we continued, went through everything else, and that was the biggest find we had. At that point, Tammy and I made our way over to Horn Lake. Okay, now Horn Lake, as you come down from Memphis, you hit South Haven, Mississippi first, and then from there you go into Horn Lake. We all know Horn Lake, Yogi Bear. So there was a spot behind adjacent to Yogi Bear, about a half a mile down the road. The woods meet up to the back of Yogi Bear. But what has always caught my attention from day one is behind the Advanced Auto Parts, you could back a car or truck up.
What's really scary is that first video we reviewed of his has 17,000 views.
17,000 views. Yeah, it's because people end up watching it afterwards, after the live. So that's like I got, I think, 23,000 views on a video that I made. I don't have 20,000 subs, so it's over time that you're going to eventually get views. So we can't really fault him at that. Unless it's like within hours, then that means he's paying for it. So we're going to continue here. I'm stopping and chatting because I'm watching her live as I'm live, and I'm just talking as it goes along because I'm in her chat, but she just really doesn't talk much. Yeah, I know, man, I know.
17,000 views. And I would say half of those people believe this bullshit. And are willing to spread it and add to the story and add it to their theories and paint like, this is unreal.
Exactly, it is. It's
unhinged.
crazy.
We have no indication that any of the parents are involved whatsoever.
Exactly.
And in about 20 or 30
we don't know
minutes,
anything.
And once you're in there, no one can see you. So I've always wanted to go in there. It is private property.
We don't know anything. We don't know if the father's involved. We don't know if the stepfather's involved. We don't know if the mom's involved. Even though the mom was last to see him, she's the main suspect in all of it. So that's just how it is. But I mean, people are going to keep saying false stuff anyways. All right, let's get back into this.
Property, but with the Horn Lake Police giving us that the ability to go on private property, basically saying to us, if you need to go, do it. If you're approached, let them know we've talked to you, show the flyer, and you should be fine. So we actually did approach the nearest home. It wasn't their property. Gave them a flyer.
White Pinto, I heard that Betty might even be looking for you recently.
Flyer, Tammy and I, and we went in. And so nothing was seen. You know, I was expecting, you know, because if you got to think about how I'm thinking on this, if an allegedly, in my opinion, Chris had the body of Sebastian and he took him in there to bury him, it would be not far in. It would, I would think, still 7 months from now, be noticed, disturbed land. The one thing that got me out of this,
why is this guy pushing? Why is this guy pushing that the? It is. But why is this guy pushing that this child is not here? It makes no sense. There's no signs of this, period. It's crazy.
Once again, he alleges or implies.
All right, man. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by and
down a little
saying,
bit for you guys. They're not missing anything.
Fuck off,
big,
you know?
Didn't see that. It's just a standing water pond, and that's when you get into the water thing. And could he be there in the water? That's just a possible other theory. There's nothing.
The Belt Bandit's here too.
Thanks, man.
Belt Bandit.
You asshole.
You better be careful. There's a lot of people looking for you too. The Belt Bandit and the White Pinto. You're like,
yeah, watch out. There's Belt Bandits and there's grill cover stillers and all types of crazy stuff. Watch out.
Almost on America's Most Wanted, from what I heard.
I guess what I'm trying to say, there's nothing direct that to get law enforcement to go in there that really pinpoints that, because we're not 100% where Chris was staying the night Sebastian.
We know where he was staying. Law enforcement's already said.
And this was told to me without me even. Well, I take that back. I did ask. Chris was not staying on the job site. No one can stay on the job site.
Where did that even get concocted from that he was staying on the job site? Like, where did they even fabricate that shit?
Well, exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What? That was never said.
No one can stay on the job site with an RV. So we kind of eliminate that. So anyway, so that wrapped up Horn Lake. So now I wanted to go to Hendersonville, back to Hendersonville for just a few moments. Slide through there on my way back to Atlanta, check 2 locations that are really, I guess you could say, clear my conscience or clear me thinking that I've covered all my bases. And so Tammy and I talked. We said our goodbyes. Really nice person, as I said, and we're both kind of like, you know, my biggest theory was he was taken to Horn Lake.
And by the way, if you're new here too, we're not mocking Sebastian being missing at all, you guys. After dark, we get a little choppy over here, and you can't listen to these people without just all your brain cells evaporate and throw themselves at fucking walls. Let's be honest. But we are not mocking Sebastian being missing whatsoever. Sebastian needs to be found and brought.
Yeah, he needs to come home. He's still out there. He's still alive. People saying that he's not, you're just wrong. And the father and biological father, the stepfather, the mother, all hear this. Law enforcement is saying this too, so hopefully someone puts a stop to this dude of saying this stuff.
At home. But these people and their dangerous theories stop people from looking. They are implying that he is deceased, and people will no longer search. They jump right to something extremely nefarious to happen. No matter what your thoughts or opinions are, right now we don't have any answers of where Sebastian truly is or what happened to him. We have an open investigation into the disappearance of a minor child. That's it.
That's right.
And these narratives are harmful. They're dangerous.
Yes, they
are.
And
people have just continued to do this for 7 months. It's gotten so out of hand, but please don't take us that we are mocking in any way, shape, or form Sebastian being missing. We're mocking the clowns and characters who have inserted themselves and created all the noise. They are a complete separate situation from Sebastian being missing. Sebastian's disappearance has nothing to do with these clowns and characters who have inserted themselves into this child's missing case for attention, clicks, and views.
This guy, Silver on the Scene, or whatever his name is, needs to be stopped. At least not the covering the part, but him saying the things that he's been saying. It's harmful to the investigation completely. And he's going around acting like he's law enforcement, and all these people are going to give him information. And truthful information at that. They're not giving him any information that law enforcement hasn't already. And my thing is that if he's got this information, where's the law enforcement in on this? Has he ran this by the law enforcement? And they say, oh yeah, go ahead and put that out. No, it's not going to happen. But okay, let's get back into listening to more of this bull crap. Not from her, not from nonsense, but from the guy.
These are the noisemakers, and Sebastian's disappearance is a totally separate situation.
With the RV, with the 17 hours, with Katie making a trip over there. If I get into my feelings more than my logical thinking, I just don't feel that he's there. I just don't feel like I did before that he's there. Yet I do in Hendersonville. So my plan was to go to Hendersonville. We go through, we look at a couple locations, we come home. But then Terry and I got connected. Terry Lynn and myself got connected. And we were planning on searching months ago.
With Terry Lynn?
Did you search a parking lot with Terry Lynn? I'm asking for a friend. I can only imagine how that conversation went. Bloop!
Hey, Terry Lynn, how much trash did you pick up in these parking lots that you'd be hanging out in? Did you lift up that styrofoam cup to see if Sebastian was underneath it? You're not doing any good, any help You're not helping at all. I might be wrong for saying that, but it's said is what's said.
What's that? What's that? What's that? I mean, that woman talks circles. I can't even imagine the enlightening conversations they could have. Please tell me they were recorded.
And she got sick, so we connected up, and I said, hey, yeah, I'll come to you. So we drove over on Saturday, straight there, 3 hours, like I tell you. We get there, I pull boots on, and I jump into the woods with Terry Lynn, right? Once again, good vibes, good people. Terry is good people. What is it with these T's?
She is
Terry,
not good people.
Okay.
Terry Lynn's such good people that when you review her, she attempts to strike you. She also says that her little titty photo, you know, on her avatar is copyrighted and tries to use that in a privacy complaint. And then when they don't get that way, then random emails will start coming and threatening you. Yeah, she's such a good person, and she can't handle criticism whatsoever. I'll give her something. She's been out there searching in the same spot for over and over again. Terry Lynn's also the one that put her YouTube channel at the bottom of a missing child's flyer.
Yeah, that
Terry
was
Lynn's
horrible.
also the one that is
Horrible.
caused nothing but chaos and confusion, brought the dog handler, the fake dog handler, and tried to give her some credibility. She lended her credibility to that. Bobby, the bullshit neighbor, and her went to school together. All the stories, the poker party, you know, yada, yada, yada. I could go on forever. Yeah. Fuck Terry Lynn.
Okay. And just
I agree with
as
you.
nice as you can be. Silver
Hopefully
Suits,
my
same
mic
thing.
is loud enough.
And Terry and I didn't really search together like Tammy and I did, like side by side or following one another. Terry's already been there in this location for a while. I show up and I'm able to jump in and kind of go behind her and look at different places. And I kind of like that because
you went behind
it's
her,
like
huh?
a second walkthrough, a second set of eyes. So
Yeah.
you see that video, and you know, the biggest
Hopefully
thing
it
there
wasn't
that really stood out to
downwind.
me that
Slim, you remind me of something. She is the one that called out the fake neighbor that had the pressure washer story that went on Brooks's channel, or she recorded that interview. Then Terry Lynn said that, you know, that was fake when she was talking to Bullshit and Bobby. And then she went back on Brooks's channel and tried to claim that she didn't know it was fake and like went along with Brooks's story. Yeah, she flip-flops more than a fish out of water.
was this right here. Let me find this photo right here. This. Okay, so this is carpet. Everyone knows what carpet looks like. I used to sell carpet. I now sell another type of flooring, but hardwood flooring, but carpet. And, you know, it just, you know, it looks like it's been there for a while, more than 7 months. But I pulled as much of it up as I could. It was in the ground. It had just been there. Well, I did find some more.
And if anything I'm saying is new to you, I've reviewed all of this. All of these situations we have reviewed. Brooks is a whole other shit show in herself.
A little piece of it to another area. So people just, I mean, people dump everything. There are more tires there than anything you've ever seen. But nothing there. And but that was one thing that stood out to me. You know, didn't really see anything, disturbed ground, or, you know, there's mounds. I know one comment had been like, look at that mound, but you have to realize the terrain.
Wow,
too,
it's like
the
I've
water
played
runs
this game
through, and how
before.
these
I'm just
you know,
clicking
nature
on
makes
shit.
these mounds. But yes, they do look like mounds. I 100% agree with the commenter. It's just going back to this situation and where we are. To give you my thoughts, when I'm in West Tennessee, Horn Lake, Memphis, that to me is burial.
I just watched videos and I've seen how.
That's burial. Are you fucking joking? I'm going to turn closed captioning on and back that up just so you guys can verify what I am saying is actually being, well, it's right there on your screen. There you go. That to me is burial. That is hiding a body, allegedly. Like, these people really are confused by the word allegedly.
My opinion. When I'm in the Hendersonville area, it's more like out in the open, right? Out in the open. And that's more what my eyes are looking for, okay? Someone had mentioned, hey, like a memorial or, you know, sign or something. Not a sign like an actual sign like this right here, but like something that, like, you can tell someone was doing something purposely because someone might be here. But
Bodie, no, she usually takes weekends off, though. Usually what I've seen, she doesn't come live on weekends.
So we did this. That was Saturday evening. So then I stay over Sunday. Sunday, before I met with Terry again, I was able to go here. Okay. Now, Drake's Creek, give you the lay of the land. Drake's Creek, as they say, runs through the city of Hendersonville. I'm not sure how far it goes, but it goes. It's a long, winding, running creek. So I searched 1 mile from his home, that area around Warsham's, as well as 5 miles from his home near Mary's Magical Place. And if you haven't noticed on my videos, Mary's Magical Place, Katie stated that's his favorite playground, sits on one side of Drake's Creek. On the other side of Drake's Creek is very commercial, and that's where the Texas Roadhouse is.
We already went there with you, sir. Get to the point.
So something about that's the last place he's seen on video, allegedly. I believe Katie might have even said in an interview that he wanted to go play after they came out of Roadhouse. He said, well, you know, he knew his favorite place was right across the creek, and you have to drive over there. You can't, if there's a way to walk, there may be, but I'm not aware of it. But you drive over, drive around, because there's a big drop off from where, if you were to walk out of Texas Roadhouse, there's a video I have of that, and you'll see it drops off down to the creek, and then, so there's something about that. I have been there 3 times now, so this is where I saw the dirt.
Bodie, they're answering you in the comment section. She was on Crabtree this morning.
Mounds by the actual playground, came back, those were gone, and then when I came back, I also wanted to get to the creek, because if you walk into the woods and just try to see the creek, you can't. It's like berms, it's like mounds of the sticks and trees and stuff that build up through the water and leaves and stuff falling. So anyway, so I went there. So then, this is the moment I'll tell you why I feel more about the Hendersonville area as I do the West. So there's really 2 reasons. I'll start with Terry. Terry's great people. Thank you, Terry, for all your help. We'll do this again.
There we go. Terry's great people. I don't believe so, but it's whatever.
Be connecting with you again for sure.
Sheila, are you still in here? You might have fallen asleep. Hearing people say that without knowing, like, what she has done and where she came from and how she just appeared in this case is just frustrating to me.
And, you know, I got to thinking,
not only you.
I know Terry, I think maybe, I'd seen a video or something where she went over there and actually searched. But more so, I was thinking, she does all of her searches there in the area. You know, she's local there. And she just knows. I say in the video, Terry keeps the awareness alive. So thank you for that. I mean, it's better than anyone. And so that's one logical thing. And 2, you know, I connect my feelings. I try to get out of my head, as I said in the video. I'd never do it on video, and that is mainly out of respect for Sebastian. It's just something that I'm trying to connect. I don't know. It's hard to even explain what I'm trying to say, other than just in my feelings, clear-headed, show me a sign, point me in the...
Man, he has really started to use the emotional manipulation and his feelers on his audience.
I was just about to say that, but okay, let's roll with it.
He has really amplified his grift. And I don't think he is necessarily grifting as in the money sense. There's something else he's getting from doing this. But it's a different type of grift. It's the same thing. It's exploitation. It's all, gross.
The direction where you may be, if that's possible, if that's something that can happen. And I do this on every search. And the only place I've ever felt, if you will, a response or a feeling after I speak is in Hendersonville, specifically around Drake's Creek. So that's what led me back to the areas.
He's an emotional manipulator. He's an absolute emotional manipulator who circle talks and uses the same type of bullshit power of suggestion over and over and over again.
He seems like he feeds off his chat. So to keep people in his chat, he's going to bow down to their way of thinking. So that's the grifting that you see and you hear. Is he's full of shit. He doesn't believe anything that he's saying. He's a complete liar, and I feel bad for the lady that's with him. I really do.
I'd done some digging at the creek by the playground before. After stopping digging, I had felt a physical touch. So I had to go back to that spot. You can see that in the video. And I feel now that there is nothing there. But
the Belt Bandit, run! The White Pinto. You guys are too much.
I still got a feeling, but not the feeling that I was looking for. And the same thing with over by Worsham. So when I make my way back to Hendersonville, which should be in a few weeks, boots on the ground, that creek may be focused for me again. Okay? So I did those 2 creeks. I did one creek, 2 different spots, and then from there I left.
I just don't understand how grown adults are doing this. I just don't understand. It is not that hard to not do this. It is not that hard to care about missing children and want them all to be found and not do this shit. You can go out there and search, but to continue to exploit it and push narratives that we have no fact basis behind is dangerous. It's just unnecessary, and they do it over and over, profiting off of people's pain. It's truly an art, and people have made entire careers out of it and continue to do it. It's truly disheartening. are just...
I know a few streamers that do that, and it's sad. It's really, really sad.
The system needs changed so much, and we have people like this doing this.
And I went to meet Terry again, and both times searching with Terry was based off her theories of what she believes, her research, and after telling me that, it's legit. I mean, I couldn't say no, I don't believe that, or no, I don't think that could happen. It definitely could happen. So that's why we put our search efforts there.
Terry Dean, I'll have to check the timeline on that. I think he was involved. He just wasn't getting traction, possibly, but might have been around the same time.
I guess here would be the big thing that stands out. You know, as far as fines,
Roll
there's
trash.
a lot of trash here. So let me state that first. A lot of trash. This is where people just literally drive by, and I don't even think they stop in some cases. They just toss out. It's literally like a big dumpster, if you will. I think one of the comment was like, it's like a dumpster. So I did find this bag. This boot was the only boot in here, but I found the other one a few feet down the way. As I said in the video, I don't know that these have anything to do with Sebastian. I know there's been comments. Here it is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is a photo. If you think that it does, send this somewhere. You know, if you think, I don't think it is.
Yeah, bombard law enforcement with more useless tips. Great idea. I feel so bad for law enforcement in this case. Truly, I feel so bad for what they've been bombarded with. The unnecessary bullshit.
Or it does. I've never heard he had boots missing, shoes missing. I've never heard that. But anything I've ever heard on the shoes was all of his shoes were accounted for. Yeah, they have.
Oh my God! Now we have you guys in these accounts. Make my night. Now we have a T Silver 757. You guys are the best. That's all I can say. I freaking love you guys so much.
Therefore, he's barefooted. So I don't see where these would be relevant. I know some comments have said, hey, why don't you take these to the police? Well, you know, I found clothes before in Horn Lake. I tried to give them to the police. Christy, also good people, found more clothing. They don't want to take them because of the time. It might not, I mean, it's like, how do you know that was clothing worn by Sebastian? So, but if you feel strongly, I mean, if you want me to send you the location of where these are, if you're...
Those guys. Oh my God. Let's take the focus off of what's actually going on and send people to go get these clothes and turn them in and take away resources that could be put somewhere better.
If you're in the area, I can't. I mean, if that's...
Oh my God, stop. Just stop.
If you feel strongly, because I'm telling you, they're going to be there, because I believe it to be trash. Someone was possibly taking them to the Goodwill or whatever, and they just tossed them out of the car. But
then why are you been citing your subs? Oh my.
Please, if you know someone that says he had boots like this or he had shoes like this, then let me know, and I can go back and get them, or I can get with Terry, or we can figure a way to get them. If you think they're relevant, I just don't think they are. So just to answer it, you know, when people say, why didn't I take them? If I don't feel it, I don't think they're relevant based on what I know of this case and the research I've done, then there's no reason. There's no reason, in my opinion, to take them. So just to kind of sum that up. And then we searched there. Ladies and gentlemen, this was like a, like I said, it's like a dumpster, but it was like a bowl. Picture a stadium, and you're on the field, and you're looking up at all the stands, and on either side, there's really basically three sides. 90 degrees.
Really milking it, ain't he?
At best case, these were 70 degrees. I think the side I went up on was more like 85.
This guy is like crazy.
And on that side, you can...
That's called a grade.
The road is so close, you can, if you're on one lane, you can just toss stuff, and if it's got weight to it, it'll just roll down. Everything from couches to tires galore, and, you know, toys, and a lot of bottles and stuff, you know, normal. It's just a lot of trash. So, but
Helen, if you can still hear me, I will. I'll tell him. I didn't even see what you guys were talking about.
If you feel strongly and think that maybe you saw something, you're in the area, I can send you a location, and you can go check. And this could be a location I revisit when I come back, boots on the ground. Okay? So that kind of sums it up. I guess, you know, the great thing was I don't think I've ever searched 3 days in a row. I think it's been maybe 2, and then I moved to another city, basically.
So this was Thursday. Then Friday he did the whole amp up. I'm done. I can't do anymore. Then he did the amp up of supposedly talking to an unvetted, unsourced, supposed coworker of Chris's. Put all these new theories out here. Now Spanky is trying to fit them into his narrative about a car that we don't even know existed based off of camera footage that supposedly exists, or what they're seeing in the cameras. And of course you got to have jammers in there too, and all. Like I'm done. I'm done. This is unbelievable. And every night they're doing it. How can these people sleep at night? Right, Charlie? Right? Yeah, a barbecue grill. What? I just don't. I don't understand it. Like, I'm exhausted of debunking these fools. Between the belt bandit bullshit, that conspiracy theory, to try and hone in on these threats that they're getting that we've not seen any reports of whatsoever, that people, they're recording everything when they're out there searching, right? But they can never actually get these people who are following them around on camera. They have somebody just reaching up and cutting serpentine belts off of cars.
Right.
I can't even understand this anymore. These are grown adults. Grown fucking adults. And a missing child. They've stripped all of his dignity.
It's so heartbreaking.
I don't know how they sleep at night. Money dancing in their heads. Yeah, you're probably right. But can you imagine if this was their child for 1 second? We know how some of them would react because, Jesus, they play the victim for the first hour of their nightly shows. Brittany J.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't. It doesn't
I
make
heard
sense.
that.
This
You're
is
right.
so harmful. Right? Right? Revival? Agreed. It just makes me so sad. When you go back to the basis of this case, there's a missing kid. And all of this noise and the finger pointing at the parents is so harmful because it's stopped people from actually keeping their eyes open and paying attention. Sebastian could be just like Alicia Navarro.
Yep.
Sebastian could be just like Connor Jack Oswald. We don't know. It's just too much. The spirit boxes, the EVPs, the psychics, the painting of narratives, the Sweetie Pilos, the Donna Serafinas. It's hard not to lose hope in humanity. Truly, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy to me. Terry, I have not heard fake neighbors, fake fam. Yes, absolutely. Cat the doggy hunter. I love your name too. It's just so disappointing. It really is. Like, and I'm sorry, that Penny or whatever her name is, that was coming. So in the beginning of this, when I snapped off, that's been coming. What the fuck does it matter if I live in Arizona? Like, what are you trying to do? Intimidate me? You ain't doing that, you fucking scared bitch. Go back and sit over there. I don't understand this shit. Truly.
Right.
Duchess, it's just so sad. Yeah, and they're making, like, the tacos or burritos are making their rounds again, too. And I thought, you know, I really wanted to see that they just cared about Sebastian and wanted Sebastian home. But to see him, like, entertaining this bullshit again, it's disheartening. You know, the one person that came on here said what she had to say, and to my opinion, has not entertained any of the bullshit, was Gabby. Gabby's point that I got out of her interview, of course I was there for it, but was that both of them, Seth and Katie, loved Sebastian. That Sebastian was very loved by both of them. Yes, she talked a little bit about some of the problems she witnessed, but she still took it back to they both love their son. She didn't lie to fit a narrative. She didn't do any of that shit. She said she didn't know Chris. I don't know. It's just so disappointing because these are grown people doing this shit. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, yeah, KP's friends, KNF. That one was so uncomfortable for us, too, like, because I didn't know what we were getting into. I had no idea. Oh, somebody asked me in Deets' chat today about why wasn't I invited on panels when the Proudfoots have been up and stuff. They've gone on panels that were open panels and anybody could have gone up. I don't I try to avoid contact with the family. I have had communications with some people, but those aren't for YouTube because even at the end of the day, no matter anything I know from anybody, which it's not communications extensively, anything like that, it's not an ongoing thing, but it's not for YouTube, period, because I can't vet any of the stories. I can't, there's nothing I could do to further anything, and I'm not going to. I base stuff on the facts. And I would never be one to come out here and try to weaponize a relationship or get a relationship with family members to build my channel. That's not how I work. So respectfully, I have chosen to keep a distance there. I do absolutely feel terrible for Chris and Katie and Seth. Seth has led to a lot of the chaos and confusion, and I can't overlook that. Oh, I adore her too, Donna. But I can't overlook that at all. But I don't want to be a part of re-victimizing them either, or coming out here and like defending. I don't know what happened to Sebastian. I can't tell you. There's things that I wish we could vet. There's things that I wish, and I think in time we will find out. But I've always kept a separation between me and family members. I'm not doing this on their behalf. I'm not fighting on their behalf. I fight for victims and their families across the board. Because now we have Dog the Bounty Hunter going on Jennifer Coffendoffer, dropping things like the death penalty and in Tennessee.
He doesn't even say
things like that. And then
he doesn't even know the guy's the father's name or the child that's missing's name. Let's forget Dog the Bounty Hunter. Let's just forget him completely.
The reality is our justice system is so fucked up. We're watching potentially innocent people being executed. It's all too much. Victims deserve their voices. Their families deserve protection. And there has to be laws that change to stop this re-victimization and exploitation of victims and their families. It has to stop. That doesn't mean you can't cover true crime. It doesn't mean you can't have an interest or investigate or look into these things. It doesn't mean that. But where did the ethics and integrity go? Duchess, that's still one of the worst. Jennifer, I get really uncomfortable on panels. Unless it's like my girls. Like girls that Chico, Duchess, there's all of my girls in here I could have panels with, and it would be, I mean, shit, you got Chico, Duchess, and I up here for 11 hours that one day, and we just kept on, and it was one of the best streams, and we just rolled. Never intended it to go that way, but it did. But that's because we have differing opinions on things, but we respect each other's opinions. They know that my mouth just runs, so they expect that. Like, everybody over here is very consistent of where they stand, but I just can't, I get distracted with panels.
Yeah, I don't like panels either.
Revival, whatever.
Like
I would take you on my panel any day of the week. But for a comedy skit, we still need to do the roast of nonsense. Everything's just got to calm down. Exactly, maximum effort. There's no crime here. That was a fun live, Duchess. That was. Leon, you can speak on parents respectfully. SS, I've gone on a few. Actually, I did a lot more in the beginning of this. I've gone on Grannies. I've gone on Queens. I went on Clues in the beginning before I learned out what she's really like. I've been on Truce before I parted ways over there, too. I've been on Duchess's panel. I'm not a big panel person, but I have been on panels. I'll go up if I have something to say or somebody to confront or something, or I feel like I can lend something to a conversation. But in the beginning, when I first started out, I wouldn't at all. I wouldn't panel with anybody. Brittany J's been on my panel over here. That was a shit show in itself. I'm just not a big panel person. I get distracted really easy.
The ADHD.
Oh, Leon, I get what you're saying, yeah. You know, you can have your thoughts and your theories and your opinions, but when you really peel it back and you look at the facts, are your opinions And your speculation based on the facts that we know from law enforcement, are they? I will check it. I gotta look. There was like 16 emails, and most of it was
I think
about
I'm gonna
the
die.
membership stuff,
Oh,
but I
no.
will try to check them and get back to everybody tomorrow.
Yep, I'm gonna. Nope. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
it.
I'm just not a big panel person.
I was cutting it close on that.
And I got ripped to shreds for that maximum effort. I got ripped to shreds for that. It was whatever it was. But that's the thing, Leon. Like, a lot of these people's opinions aren't based on the facts of the case. They're based on these extreme speculation and narrative.
It's based on emotions. Because they're biased.
That have been painted about people that they're going through their worst time. People are never going to react and act in a certain fashion that's going to be palatable for anybody. You put anybody under a microscope at the worst time in their life with a missing child, and we're all going to act like crazy. I'd be an inpatient already. There's no fucking way. Now, we're not all going to act to the other extreme either, and there's definite things that are problematic with his behavior, with Seth's behavior, but it doesn't escalate to the point of him being 100% involved in the case of his son being missing. I think they are too, Annie, 100%. They have had more strength through this. I just really hope that someday this stops, which I don't think it will.
It's horrible.
Yeah, for sure, JC, right? Yeah, Helen, I would too. I say that to Kyle all the time. I tell Kyle, I'm like, I would be in jail. I would straight up have snapped already. Those people came around my neighborhood doing to me what they've done to this family. I would have straight up snapped. 100% straight up snapped. And that's what they want, though. They're intentionally provoking them.
Yep.
I go back to, if you guys... So let me tell you some of my theories here, okay? And the reason I'm going to say this stuff publicly is because I hope maybe it gives people a difference. I mean, you guys have heard me say this before. But there is so much potential for him to have walked out of that house on his own. There's so much potential for him to have been communicating with somebody. We know that
we don't
he was
know,
communicating with neighbors. Well, Seth was at...
We don't know. I mean, that thud or thump or whatever noise she heard could have been him dropping the flashlight as he was walking out. Don't know.
That work. Seth said so. We know that he was playing video games. If you look at Alicia Navarro's case, obviously she had communication somehow, some way that was untracked. We know that there is potential of him walking away. There's potential of him being lured. There's potential of him being groomed. There's potential of him walking away and succumbing to the elements and a tragedy happening. There's so many opportunities, and that's why I can't overlook that stuff. The scent at the retention pond has always bothered me. The fact that multiple dogs followed the same scent to the construction site and then it ended. That's always bothered me. But there's so many opportunities outside of the family. There was contractors in and out of that construction site at all times. He got home from school for a couple hours before Sadie got home. What if he was interested in the construction equipment and would go watch those guys after school? I mean, there's just so many things here. We don't know who the contractors were. I'm sure law enforcement has looked into that. And okay. I'm not saying that any...
I'm going to mute that, and I'm just going to listen. Hello. How are you? Okay. This might be a
Been
little
talking
loud.
about
This bitch has switched her theories so many fucking times. It's unreal. She'll hone in on something, push it, push it, push it, like the bruising on the neck. Push it,
Yes.
push it, push it, and then she backs off and starts another one. And it
What we're about to listen to is complete garbage.
always correlates with other people talking the same narratives. They just try to fit their own little. It's so much shit.
the case from the beginning, and we've been following it. We found some details of information about, when did the change happen? We went from a cordial mom and stepfather. Hey, Nick, it's nice to see you. Everybody that's in the chat, I saw Tony in here. Yes, this is a live broadcast. It is
Holy
live.
Lord.
And I have air conditioning. I remember why I love my house. It has air conditioning. I forgot about that for a couple days. Seth, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. So we've been kind of building this case. Again, this is not
We've been building this case. There's your simple solution right there. That's what she's up to. Trying to build a narrative, but she looks rough. Of course, Nick Tony and Seth in the chat. Of course. I just don't know what they're amping up for. Like, what's the next big push?
first time that we've started.
Oh, she's got a rolling banner.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out too, is what's the next thing? Who's she going to threaten this week?
Trying to raise $4,500 for legal help.
Started from a blank board and built this case again, because when things start getting chaotic, people start forgetting information, forgetting certain details, and some of this misinformation and disinformation actually takes on a life of its own.
No shit, Betty. Welcome to the fucking party.
I know,
dear.
right?
I can't tonight. I have zero patience left.
All right.
I have zero patience.
Since she's not going to listen to
Nope.
that, I'm going to mute her. Alright, let's see who else is live. Ow. Ow. No corruption going on at all. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys can't hear this.
In my opinion. Locals, I mean, perhaps, but I think this is a, I was talking about this today, if they don't got forensics as well, it goes back to old-fashioned detective work, and there's a lot of warrants, a lot of data, and if there's multiple people, it's that much more times 2, times 4, times 5 as well. So I think they have a huge workload. And I also think if, you're, what was I going to say? I forgot.
You don't think TBI is
I
corrupt?
don't think,
No.
no, I don't. No.
No, I don't either. No, I will
Yeah,
say
you
that,
do.
I mean, I'm just being honest. It is a little concerning when you have a CP on a panel with the, what is it, Heather? I think it was Chloe. I don't think it was Heather. Maybe it was both. And he's like, well, I'll call up Bobby and Carter right now. We'll just all have a powwow.
I'll call Bobby and Carter. We'll have a little fucking powwow.
Yeah. And it's like, why do you feel like you sound like a kid going to tell the teacher? Like
Okay.
you're going to tell
And
him.
she's like, first of all, you don't call Bobby and Carter. And then he's like, well, tell me why you don't want them or something like that. And she's like, I said I didn't say I didn't want them, Chris.
She's like, I don't think we need to have a powwow.
Yeah, because she knows she was in the wrong.
Powwow. That's what it was. Oh my god, it was so funny. Oh my god. So
the people that was in that should be involved in the conversation. You don't want them
and then,
in the conversation.
He feels like superior. And then he says on the call to Heather, who I think him and Heather have known each other for quite some time, you guys, in my humble opinion. He says, Heather's like, and wasn't that is nobody else finding that a bit concerning?
No.
Heather's like, I don't think he's talking to me anymore because he's communicating with Bobby again. And she said that like it was a problematic thing that Seth was communicating with Bobby again, and that she wasn't the middleman. That stuck out to me.
Yeah, it should.
Why would that be a bad thing?
Well, and why would it be implied that that was her only job as the go-between?
Right.
Like, okay, so you're not the communication liaison, go do some investigating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't her job.
Well, in my opinion, when shit hits the fan, let's see if Bobby and Carter protect him. That's all I gotta say. I mean, he just thinks that Bobby and Carter rule the world in his opinion.
Well, first of all, Seth can talk to Bobby and Carter. Anybody can talk to Bobby and Carter. I mean, He's probably just trying to kiss ass.
I don't understand it. I don't understand why. I don't know. It just feels.
I'll mute that for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to unmute this for a second because I need to say something on this, but I'm going to let them say, and then I'm going to answer.
What was she a liaison between him and
Well,
the
I mean,
investigation?
if this is your kid's case, and if you're working with someone, you have the right to get rid of someone or keep them. It's just the parent's choice for what.
But he fired her because she was doing background checks on people that's coming in to help the case. That's what you're supposed to do. Would you want someone that has an SA on children to come in and be searching for your child? No, you don't. You don't want that. But that doesn't matter to them, right? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to them. Oh, well, all help works. No, that's not how it goes. That's not how it is.
Now, I could see that for sure.
Okay.
Bobby Simmons
Hold on.
is, and they share are also Chris.
What she's about to read, she has no proof of this as being a legitimate family member. But she's going to take it. She's reading it as it's facts, and there's no way to know.
His mother and stepdad are extremely good friends with the sergeant of the sheriff's department and his wife. Let me read that again. Chris's mother and stepdad are extremely good friends with the sergeant of the sheriff's department and his wife. They vacation together all the time and have for many, many years. They also vacation with the TBI agent on this case and his wife. Bobby Simmons is the TBI agent on the case. There are pictures on their Facebooks of them on vacation together. Chris and his sisters went to school with Craddock. Jesus.
Now that is
They
true. I can verify that.
they all grew up in White House. All grew up
Mhm.
in White House, Tennessee.
Oh,
That sheriff's
show the
department
proof.
sided
Show the
in with
proof.
them when they
Where's the
tried to
receipts?
outright steal Faith away from Nina. The only reason that they didn't get away with that was the judge that ended up on the case wasn't in their pocket. These people have friends in very high places. Chris's mother's brother's son. Oh, Lord. Let me try that again. Chris's mother's brother's son, so Chris's cousin,
Dan, she's talking about
is
Danny.
who builds all of the luxury homes in Middle Tennessee. And Chris's mother sells all of the luxury homes. These people are connected to the hilt, and they are born and raised in White House. Son of a gun. So, does anybody have confirmation? Like, I know that Emmy
I'm
just
not.
said,
I'm not being able to confirm that, but if that is a massive conflict of interest, and they should recuse themselves.
100%.
I can verify that Craddock and Proudfoot did indeed grow up together. They lived one street over from each other and went to school together and all that. And then,
Wow.
what's his name? I don't know. I haven't like looked into the TBI guy, but I do know that as far as she's talking about Danny, he does own that construction company, that second generation, and Kathy is a real estate.
She does sell, yeah, the homes, yes.
So a
So we're
lot.
talking
Go
we're
ahead.
talking about a lot of money.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sure
I
did.
mean,
I sure did. Oh,
I think
let
because
me mute.
more so than
Let me mute that. There. I wonder if that's what Seth is so mad about, is because he wants to be law enforcement so bad he can't. But Chris has got friends in law enforcement. I wonder. Wonder. Sounds like he's really hurt. I don't see how it's conflict of interest when it's beneficial to. Never mind. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Hey, Matt, are you still here?
The sword.
I'll be right back. Let me start up some music. I got to take care of something. Where's my player at? Where is my player? Oh, I didn't want to click that. I wanted to click that. And then... Okay, where'd it go? Okay, I gotta step away from the computer. I'll be back.
Run for your life, 'cause it might get hideous.
sirens howl. There's blood on my hands. Somebody save me from myself. I'm off with the meds and it might get heated. Why so serious? Run for your life, cause it might get hideous. Why so serious?
Head down the highway side, cold wind, but it feels right. With you, I'm heavy breathing. Feels like I'm lucid dreaming. I'm not usually the type to rush into the night. This time I can't be speeding. I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow, I need someone. I'm taking it it's you I am. You took me to see Versailles in the middle of July. I'm falling to the deep end, giving into my feelings, afraid to go on this ride. I'm scared to crash inside. This time I might be speeding. I'm taking it slow,
I'm taking it slow.
but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow, but I just want more. I'm taking it slow, just go with the flow. I'm taking it slow, I need someone. I'm taking it it's you I
Okay, I am going to change games. Let's see how far I can actually play this. Oh, that's right. I have to change everything. Let's close that out. Start this up. Check for updates first. No, this list load and see if it crashes. Oh yeah, I was doing pictures.
Hey everyone, feels great to have you back. So then, did y'all hear about that Arasaka aircraft carrier docked in Night City called Kujira or the Whale? Apparently the